everyone! So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my Instagram photos, and I've actually not sat down and filmed a video in so long, so this is super weird. And if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, my username is just @Reid. It's always in the description box down below, so you guys can go follow me, and let's just jump into the video. Okay, so this is my phone. This is just like an iPhone 5, and I have the cutest little minion case on it. I'm pretty much in love with it. I got it like some random night market. So I've actually been taking most of my photos on a GoPro, and then what I would do is I'd use the GoPro app to just import it onto my iPhone, and it would save right to the phone, which is really convenient. Before, because when I was traveling, I would usually edit my photos on Photoshop, but I found it just to be a lot of work, and sometimes when you're kind of on the go a lot, you don't feel like importing it to your computer and then fixing it there, then putting it back on your phone, and then putting it on Instagram. It's just like a lot of steps. So I'm just going to go through what I kind of do to get my photos on Instagram. I'm just going to move over here because I'm going to have a little fun little iPhone pop up here so you guys can follow me along. So pretty much what I'll do is I'll start off and I'll go into my iPhone and decide which photos I want to Instagram, and most of the photos I've been Instagramming nowadays are all of my travel photos because I have a lot that I have on Instagram. Usually there's like 2 or 3 of the same photos, but I don't really know like which one to pick. So as you can see here, I have like 2 different photos when I was in Cambodia at the Angkor Wat Temple. I don't really know like which one looks better, so either I'll like ask Christian or like one of my friends. But another thing you can do is I found this app, it's called Cinch Polls, so you can post 2 different photos and you can ask kind of like the public like which one should I post. So you go into the app, so then just to create a new post, you just go and you just select the 2 photos. So I'm selecting the 2 photos that I have, and then I'm asking what photo should I post to Instagram, and then I pretty much get instant feedback, which is really cool, so you don't have to wait a while. So I have seriously been loving this app, and I genuinely think it's so awesome. So you guys should definitely go download it. I will have the link to it down below, and then also if you guys want to follow me, my username is just @Reid. And so once I decide which photo I want to post, I will go into an app called Snapseed, pretty much like Photoshop on your phone. So you just open your photo, and then I usually start off with tune image, and then I always up the brightness, and you can go left or right, depends how bright you want it. And then as you can see, there's like a whole bunch of different options just for everything, and ambiance is probably like my favorite thing to use because it brightens like the whole photo in a really cool way. And then sometimes I'll do like a little bit of contrast or something dependent on how I want the photo to look. And then I always do a little bit of saturation, as well as I sharpen my photos like no other, if you've seen any of my photos on Instagram. So I sharpen them, which just kind of makes them a lot more higher quality. And this is probably my favorite part of the entire app, is that you can go and you can selectively brighten and saturate things. So if you just want to choose the sky, you just do like the same motion you would do if you're like zooming into a photo. And so you put a point down, and then you can select the area that you want to saturate, and then you can just go saturate and brightness. And so as you can see, I've just made the sky a little bit bluer, which is exactly what I do in Photoshop, but it's on your phone, so it's super cool. And then I'm just brightening the trees and making them a little bit more saturated, and it just makes the photo look so much better overall. And then you can also go and use like your finger to go and say if you want to like brighten the tree. So I just use like Dodge, which it actually just like brightens it, makes it a little bit lighter. And then what's also really cool is it has like a spot removal app. So say, as you can see, I just like took myself out of the photo. So you just like zoom into the area you want, and then you just hold down and let go, and it can get rid of yourself. Well, not that you'd get rid of yourself out of a photo. The fact that there's an app on your phone that can even like remotely do anything like this, I think is super cool. And then I will just go in and I will save as a copy. And I actually just changed my theme yesterday. And I used to use an app called Square Ready. So if you guys are looking for an app that makes the squares a tiny bit smaller, so the next step, I will just open up Instagram. And then I usually will do a bit of editing Instagram as well. So I'll just go and use the structure. And as you can see here, structure adds like such a cool like effect. If you do too much of it, it's a bit intense, but I usually will add like a little bit, maybe like 15 or 20 to every photo. And then I did decide to add a tiny bit of brightness for this photo. And then so I just add in the location because I just like the way it looks. And then one thing I suggest that really helps get your photos kind of out there is to tag people in your photos. So I will always tag like travel. I'm tagging like tourism Cambodia here. And then I will do like world travel book or like wonderful places or stuff like that. And what it pretty much does is it shows up under their tagged photos and also gets the attention of like other people. So say if you have like a fashion Instagram, maybe tagging those accounts that show kind of all fashion bloggers or something like that, it really helps get your photos out there. And then sometimes too, actually the websites will repost your image, and it just gets you more followers. So I definitely recommend doing that for kind of any photo that you do have. So the next, I make my caption, and I have the hardest time in the world coming up with captions. So I usually like debate and like look at the photo photo. I'm like, hey, what should I caption this? And for this photo, it said Cambodia, and then it was like, how many miles away was it? It was 11,824.9 kilometers away, so I thought that'd be kind of cool for a caption. So I just put that in there, and then my photo is all ready to go, so I post it, and I will always make sure to do hashtags, because that makes a huge difference in getting people to kind of notice your photos. I know people are like, okay, it's kind of embarrassing to do like a bunch of hashtags, but to be honest with you, it's kind of worth it, especially too if you get a lot of comments. It goes away and you can't even see the hashtags because it will be at the top and you can only see like the 3 recent comments. And yeah, that is it. If you guys want to follow my Instagram, you should definitely do so. I have a lot of cool travel photos, and I have a lot more that I'm planning on posting as well. And then I'm going to be doing some like fashion posts and kind of like transition my account slowly into that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you guys did and you found it helpful. If you have any questions at all about any other apps like I've used in the past for any of my photos, just leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to answer that for you guys. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!